What's going on, guys? TKD1 today video, and today we're going to talk about a bunch of news in the industry right now. We got a lot of music to talk about, a lot of drama, a lot of issues, a lot of crazy things, and we're going to get right into it. Starting off here, we have another installment in the Chris Brown versus Soulja Boy fight, and it has come out that boxer Mike Tyson will be training Chris Brown officially for this fight. Yes, we have Floyd Mayweather training Soulja Boy for the fight. Along with that, we have Mike Tyson training Chris Brown for this fight. So we have two legendary people in the boxing industry training these rappers here, and this is gonna be insane. And we also got an installment to the story as to why this beef between them started, right? So this stems off of an interview from Chris Brown that he gave a few weeks ago, and basically he was saying that, you know, after the allegations came out of him beating Rihanna and all that, and they broke up, Soulja Boy apparently hooked up with Rihanna, right? And so that is where the big, you know, issue with them two, you know, comes from. It's where kind of like the central point of their beef came from, was from that season when Rihanna was hooking up with Soulja Boy. And so, you know, it's basically been out of here that really, you know, the fight here is basically stemming and really revolving around Rihanna. And this was also, you know, said in a couple other tweets and stuff like that, but it is officially confirmed here in this interview. And just like me, I'm sure you were all, you know, super excited and super, you know, pumped for this fight. And if you're gonna watch this fight will be happening in March, and it will be a quote regulated fight. I don't know what that means. I guess it means, you know, it's very much gonna be, you know, following the terms of a regular fight, maybe in boxing or whatever. And this will be streamed for quote the world to see. So we'll be all seeing this fight here in March. And are we gonna do a live reaction? Are we gonna live stream? You know what? We're gonna do something here on the channel. Next up here, we got the Golden Globes, where a bunch of actors and actresses get awarded for their performances on TV, movies, and other stuff like that. And obviously, the one that ends it all, you know, the biggest winner of the Golden Globes is always some niche movie that we've never heard of before, but we should have heard before because we're movie buffs. But you know, whatever. It's always, you know, that crap. But this year, we got a very good winner and a very good deserving of a spot here on the Golden Globes, and that actor is Donald Glover. He won the Best Actor for a TV show, and he got up into the speech for Atlanta, and he thanked everybody, you know, the crew and cast for Atlanta, and, you know, just for the fans loving Atlanta as well. And he also thanked, I believe, the black people of Atlanta, if I remember correctly. You know, he went on to thank the black community in Atlanta and all that for the inspiration and everything. And then he went on to congratulate and, you know, kind of put a spotlight on a very weird group of people. And I say weird not in the sense that, you know, they're weird, but in a sense that it's weird to bring them up in this. And he actually thanked Migos. Yes, he thanks the rap group Migos for the song Bad and Bougie, and said that it is the greatest song of all time. And he just, you know, want to take a second to thank them for that. And a bit, you know, and definitely in the room at the Golden Globes, nobody really knew what was going on. Nobody really even knew what Migos was. But you know, he just said like, hey, you know, this is for the people, I guess, on Twitter, because we were all laughing at me a heyday on Twitter last night. It was crazy. But he thanked Migos for Bad and Bougie. And then also reports are coming out here that Donald Glover also is looking into and wants to do some music with Migos. So hopefully that does happen in 2017. But I mean, he's not lying. It's a good song, man. Raindrop, Drop Top, you know, it's a good song. Next up here on the dock here, you cannot talk about 2016 without talking about Drake, without bringing up Drake, without, you know, just really talking about the man that is Drake, man. He had an incredible 2016, and even looking back on 2016, we even see more records being broken by this man. Drake now holds the record for the most grossing hip-hop tour in history, with the Summer 16 tour making $83.4 million in its 54 shows across the United States. And that is insane. That is crazy. That, you know, he just brings a level of energy and a level of hype that is really, you know, unlike anything we've seen before, right? And you know, there are people that definitely come close, and people that, you know, I feel, in my opinion, surpass him, like Kanye West. You know, like right now Kanye West is huge, and, you know, he's been huge for a long time, but Drake to come up like this is just, you know, it is insurmountable. So, you know, much deserving of Drake. That was a great tour. Obviously I went to it, you guys know about that, and it was just, I mean, it was a great tour. Totally straight up great tour, and I expect, you know, a lot more from Drake here in 2017. And also we're we're gonna talk about Drake more here in a little bit. Now, you know, let's stop looking back at 2016. Let's look forward to 2017. We have a lot of new music coming out. We have new stuff from Big Sean and Jhené Aiko coming out in February. But the latest news here we got is from Young Thug's Twitter. Now, Young Thug, of course, is rumored to be with Drake on the European Boy Meets World Tour in Europe here starting at the end of January. But Young Thug took a second to post on Instagram a picture with an artist that he is saying he will be collabing with here pretty soon. And that artist is none other than The Weeknd. He posted a picture on Instagram with the two of them, and he said in the caption OTW, which means, of course, on the way, which means that we will be getting, hopefully, a Young Thug and Weeknd track collab here pretty soon. So that is going to be insane. Pretty much, you know, whenever The Weeknd, you know, accompanies a trap artist like, you know, Young Thug, well, I don't think he's ever had before, but like, you know, when he accompanies an artist that's like a trapper, like, you know, Future, whatever, you know, it gets a lot of traction. It's a very, very good song usually. So I can't wait to, you know, get him on track with Young Thug. I bet it's going to be insane. And furthering that point, back to Drake here, according to Word on Road, right, they released some pictures from, I believe, the Weeknd Snapchat and from Drake's Instagram. Drake doesn't use Snapchat, but they kind of combined the two and the timing of the two and the lighting of the two pictures, and it's clear that they were in the same studio, in the same presence a few nights ago, right? They were at the studio, they were with some music producers and stuff like that. So what looks to be happening here is a revival of OVOXO for More Life. And if that happens, yo, we're gonna go ballistic because we haven't seen OVOXO in a very, very long time. And if we get Drake and The Weeknd back on the track together, you know, arguably the top two Canadian Toronto artists, you know, right now, by far, is Drake and The Weeknd. And if they come on the track again, that is going to be insane, and it's going to be the revival of OVOXO. And I know Drake, you know, said a few weeks ago that he wants to bring that, you know, bring those two back and bring OVOXO back, you know, in a better way in 2017. So hopefully this is the start of it in More Life. Next up here, we got some news with Lil Wayne and the Carter 5 here, and this comes from Birdman. Now, Birdman has officially stated that yes, the Carter 5 is coming out. He has straight up said it, straight up. There is no bluff, no question. At some point, asterisk, at some point, the Carter 5 is coming out, Lil Wayne's long-awaited album. And, you know, this is kind of happy and kind of sad, honestly, because there is no release date, there's no release window at this point. We have nothing to go off of, you know, of when this could potentially release. But Birdman, you know, at least has calmed some nerves here and says that the album is not dead. The album will come out eventually, but we still don't know when it's coming out, so that's still a bad thing. However, what is a good thing is Lil Wayne on his Instagram, you know, has recently stated that he will be working on 3 projects. Currently, right now, he is working on 3 projects, and these projects are in the caption where he posts Carter 5, obviously we all know about that, and he posted Funeral, which was announced in November of 2016 as a project that he'll be working on. And then he also announced with you know, a mixtape series that is in the form of D6. Now this stands for Dedication, and this is the 6th installment of Dedication, and he will be adding on to that mixtape collection, which a lot of people thought that it was probably, you know, not going to happen at this point, but it really is a surprise at this point that we were getting another Dedication mixtape from Lil Wayne. And then after that, he posted Young Money, which can mean a lot of different things. It could just mean him, you know, just giving credence and giving, you know, support, I guess, to Young Money, you know, just repping his stuff or whatever. But it could also mean that he'll be working with the guys at Young Money to create another collaborative album this year. So that could potentially be happening here, or maybe that's just him saying Young Money. Says it a lot, you know, so probably either one go either way. But we could be getting a Young Money collaborative album here in 2017. And then the last here thing about Lil Wayne, we have a lot about Lil Wayne you know, this episode, but we're gonna touch base here again on Martin Shkreli. Yes, the crazy pharmaceutical CEO that, you know, is just completely insane. But beside that point, you know, we all know that he has somehow obtained a copy of the Carter 5 officially, and you know, they're still looking into how he actually got it. They're still under an investigation right now. But Martin Shkreli assures Lil Wayne and everyone that he will not be leaking the album. He has said that he will not do that. That's not something that he wants to do. He doesn't want to leak it. So apparently is in safe hands with Martin Shkreli at this point and will not be leaked, at least by him. It may be leaked, but it won't be leaked by him, but is what he says. Now, do we trust that? Not sure, but he says, you know, I guess take his word for it. So the Carter 5 will not be released, will not be leaked by Martin Shkreli. And the last thing I want to talk about here is the news that Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj broke up. Now, we talked about this on my podcast we do every Saturday. It's called Scramble Saturday on my channel. Make sure to look at that in my channel. But beside that point, you know, we talked about it there a little bit, but I want to get into a little bit more in depth here on this one. So apparently, well, not even apparently, it is confirmed by Nicki Minaj's Twitter that Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill had broken up. But, you know, we've all wondered, you know, why? You know, they seem pretty happy, right? They posting pictures all the time. I believe, you know, Meek Mill even bought her a ring, and there was some rumors about them getting married at some point. There's even rumors right now saying that Meek Mill actually got Nicki Minaj pregnant before they broke up. So this is all going to be, you know, crazy that we will see unfold here in the coming weeks. But the official story of how them two got broken up has been outed, and it's pretty interesting. I'll let you guys know right now. So the story goes that Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj were on vacation. They were out vacation with some friends, whatever, and Nicki Minaj sensed that there was something weird, that like Meek Mill was spending more time with his friends as opposed to her, right? And so she, you know, felt kind of disturbed by that, and apparently that led to their demise of their relationship after the trip. So after the trip, Nicki Minaj broke up with him because of these things. And, you know, obviously, I don't believe it's all of these things. I believe that, you know, there was obviously some more stuff going on in the background between them two. Maybe behind closed doors there was some drama or some issues, but apparently this is what broke the camel's back. So honestly, this is pretty anticlimactic to me. Like, this seems like kind of like like I wish it was a more entertaining story we had here, like some crazy like, oh, you know, those pictures of Meek Mill in the bed with a girl wasn't really, you know, Nicki Minaj, and then, you know, that started this whole thing with, you know, Meek Mill probably cheating. But that is not the case. It is just a simple story like what we got here. So pretty anticlimactic, and I mean, oh well. And that's all I got for today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, share all of this down below. I appreciate all of you guys give me. Also down below, let me know what you guys think about all these topics that we discuss here in the channel, and make sure you let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.